Elvis Stojko. And yes, he was named for that Elvis. A skater who lived in Kurt Browning's shadow for years, he's now an Olympic silver medalist and the current world champion.
How did you know I was coming? You guys, I don't know about you guys. I think this would look better on you. Hey, hello, Dad. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to go out to a mall or to a place where I just want to be low-key or buy a CD or go out for a Big Mac or whatnot. Sometimes it's difficult, but there are, you know, a lot of people, they understand.
After such a successful year last year, did you ever think about going pro?
Never.
Never?
Never entered my mind once. Never thought about moving on to the professional ranks, ever. I know where my drive is, and it's still in the amateur circuit. It's still where the Olympics and the Worlds are at. It's still where the true essence of sport is.
He's just 22 years old.
I didn't win Olympics, I was second. I came in to do Worlds, and then there was a big lull in my life. I was busy doing shows, so I didn't feel it as much, but as soon as the summer came along and I had more time, it was a difficult time to find out where's my drive. My drive was missing for some reason. I had to reset my mind in what I was looking for in my life and to reprogram it. And once I did that, it's pulling me, and with the Olympic Games, it's next 4 years, and that's what makes me hungry for it.
What is it that makes you hungry for the next 4 years?
Well, it's the wanting to improve what I did at the Olympics. Not just because I was second, but because I can improve on what I've done. And there's still that gold medal there that's still hanging there that the Canadian hasn't won yet. That is there as well, but it's all the package skating. And at that time in my life, that should be the peak.
With force of body and force of will, Stojko is determined to lead his sport into directions it's not sure it wants to follow.
As I learn about the whole of martial arts, it's as a unit, and that's why I use to train for skating. So when I'm learning martial arts, I'm not just using one part of the body, I'm using the whole body as a unit, and the mind, as well as in skating. If I'm using that in martial arts, as soon as I step on the ice, the body is alive and it's ready to go. It's just an awareness of your body in space is what it's all about. If you want to be coordinated, it's knowing where your body is in space and understanding where it is. A lot of it's mental. Everyone says once you get to the highest point, it's always 20% physical, 80% mental. And sometimes martial arts is the thing for me that really teaches me all about that 80%, that mental part that helps me with skating. It's taught me a lot about myself. It's not the fighting aspect of it. That's a part of it. That's like a testing part of it. But it's the growing through each step, each process that you learn from it. And not to judge so much what you get in the end, but how much you gained in the middle of it.
This year, a new free skate.
Well, the whole idea of the program is based on, I guess, my life the last year or so. And we really like the music and the movie from 1492, the Christopher Columbus story. And with, I guess, Christopher Columbus leaving and that you have to leave shore to search for new horizons is always the toughest part. Once you do that, once you make that step, the process of going through, you just go with the waters. And that's how I look at this program. And step by step, it begins with you know, with the seagulls and the sea, and very calm. And then it starts out sort of like the journey through the journey and the stepping off and off into the sea, and then the conquest of paradise, you could say. At the very beginning, I guess, when it's like I'm off in the corner and I'm looking out, and all I hear is the sea. And out there is basically my life and what is ahead of me and the things I have to strive for. When I'm looking out there, that's where I have to go. That's where I'm searching for. As soon as the music starts, I stand up and I take my first few steps. And then you have the point where I stop. The hand gesture sort of in a way of saying, this is the time, it's right now. I have to gain enough, you know, the strength to trust myself to move on. And then as it moves on, I land the first flip, and the music starts to bring up I do the axel, I come down, I do the spin, and then it calms down again.
You won't find a better trained athlete anywhere in the world, and this triple axel is evidence of that. So tight, so easy.
When I come after the first axel, I do the combination spin in the center. That section of footwork that follows right into the triple loop is another piece that it's, I don't know, it just has a lot of meaning to it. It's just the way the steps are set. It's simple steps, but they've taken on I guess a look of their own. Instead of just a step, it's the way you do it.
Choreography is one of the things that might have cost Elvis Stojko an Olympic gold medal. If you can combine the steps and the jumps, there may be no stopping him. Elvis has taken the sport to the next level technically right here, a quad toe loop. Almost hangs on.
I do a footwork section, go straight down the middle, and I do the axel. That's probably the toughest part. I usually do axles and slow pieces, the second one, but this one we put in footwork piece, stroke around, triple axel. And at that point, it's a very tough part of the program. I'm very tired and trying to get oxygen and trying to get myself really focused on the rest of the program.
The first time we saw the importance of 2 triple axels was the Battle of the Bryans in 1988 Olympics. You need 2 triple axels to win on the world level now. Elvis has no problem with that.
The reason why I started skating is I love the spins, I love the jumps, I love the technical side. And as I gain through it, I love to dance, I love to skate, I love music, and put those things together. And I just like them to be free and not really put like a limit on anything or put any restrictions on it. If you really listen to what life tells you and it brings those things forward for you, like with my long program, the whole idea of it, giving me the idea of, yeah, there's big changes in my life, and this would be a really good theme for the program.
With Coach Doug Lee and choreographer Ushi Kessler looking on, Stojko began this year with a solid triumph at Skate Canada, positioning himself to defend his World Championship next March in Birmingham, England, and with an eye very much on 1998 and the Olympics in Nagano, Japan. Elvis Stojko on a mission to define his life by redefining his sport.
That's harder than a long program. Thanks, everyone.
Elvis has left the building.